Jordan able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Vic goes play action. And this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. It's a play fake. Now Vic. He's going to let one fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Here's Michael Vick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen...
The pressure gets to him again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Vic. Dancing to his left. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Quick!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run forward Barkley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, Greg. Liz. Black.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here At the 38. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Let's go, let's go. More Tokyo! 81.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to.
And this is caught, and all the way home for a Bronco score. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body.
And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
81.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Throwing now is Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Hey, let's go! Let's go. White 20! White 20!
Now a second down throw for Vic. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It'll be Vic once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. This is caught. It's Cooks. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Then have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Hey, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Hill with it over the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside of the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Like 20!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On play action, Vic. Out to his left. He's going to let one fly for... And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Like 20! Like 20! Quick, quick!
Play action now. Vic rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Like 90! Like 20!
This will be the final play of the half. Vic, he's going to let one fly for Tate. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards.
Shorty.
On play action, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete to Sharp. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They give him a gain of 38.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And going deep for Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A handoff. Barkley running left. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. And Cooks has it over the middle. And Hill running right through it.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
Throwing. Vick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Vick on 2nd down. He gets it to Cooks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now Vick on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And Tate's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw, Vick. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Forced out to his left. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. going to keep it. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Right 20! A nice cut! Right 20!
He'll get it up the middle, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. The return man is Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Back to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
And for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Eagle.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
On the move to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it.
Renegade, renegade, renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Sentinels offense here, set to go on a 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking deep now for McCoy. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 57 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On first down, Wentz. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Wentz on third down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protect.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rest keep me up on the volume. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russian, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they calling for me and they.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So the 49ers, they're getting set to go on offense. 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Let's go, let's go. 82, 82.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lion, Lion. Win spot 3, win spot 3. 81, 81.
Throwing now is Wentz. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ron Woodson with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He will find T.O. on the left side complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now McCoy. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. Now, Wentz again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Carson Wentz as time expires in the first half. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. They go play action here on first down. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Wentz now on first down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out.
Hang in there, man. Hang in there, man. On the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Come on now, let's go. All right, Lion.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Joey Bosa coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Great. What's up?
Wentz. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Shorty.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Wentz going to throw. Steps away to his left. And some space here. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Throwing his Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it again with Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll go to Barkley again, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Let's go.
Now it's Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Let's go. Great.
Again, it's Barkley. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
Renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wrist watch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in the hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What?
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. The return man is Hill. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles on 1st and 10. They're ready to roll. Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First,
and got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another play like that. I guarantee you the offensive coordinator, he's going to get his play sheet. He can't find it either.
Yeah, big loss there on the pass completion. They go play action with Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And the kick by Elliott is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. Pushes past him. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And his pass incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan to Barkley on the check down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On the mark.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Hey, let's go.
On second down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a different intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good.
This one away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there for Denver. 69 yards.
Makes sense. First catch here in the first half for the 6-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens, the only player in NFL history to be a first-team All-Pro for 3 different teams. That's absolutely nuts.
Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Carson Wentz with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. When you think about big-time middle linebackers, you do think about the strength and the force that they play with, as we just saw there from Brian Urlacher. But what an athlete. Remember, he was a safety in college at the University of New Mexico. And in the NFL Defensive Player of the Year back in 2005, also Bears all-time leading tackler, almost 1,800 of them. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. On second down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans. I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right. Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. To throw on third down, Ryan. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
On the line. 82, 82.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on second down. Wentz stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go, Great 15, Great 15. 82, 82.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the play?
Most of the time in the
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
82, 82.
On third and long, it's Wentz. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now that's an offensive line you and I can play behind. How about the amount of time they gave their guy to scan the field and find someone open? Had all night, and in a game like this, probably should just put a spotlight on them instead of the quarterback.
Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
22!
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. You got it. You got it. You got it.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flush to his right. Drops it underneath, Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Ryan on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
21! Gun.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that one results in 35 yards.
82!
A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is
caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Wentz to throw on second down. Buying time to his... And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing now is Wentz. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a one-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 9 there, and in the process, escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, here's Wentz, escaping the pressure right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
To throw is Wentz. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's caught at the 2. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. One final try now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation team. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us.
Renegade, renegade, renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wrist watch is like a break light. And you can get it right on your graveside. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday with the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And now getting set to go on 1st and 10. The Bats offense getting ready. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
Thank you. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep is off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 83 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play. I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Geno Atkins able to get in there and drop him behind the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry. Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The handoff to Barkley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he? Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty. And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. To throw is Wentz. Able to shake him off. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
And going deep for Hill. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
82.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On second down, it's McCoy, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wentz now on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 46 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's going to fire one. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Wentz to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Carson Wentz taking it in, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're doing.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Telvin Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And his throw here is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw their verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And Denver getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
81.
Barkley. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Wentz now on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go.
Now Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Wentz going to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That one goes for 24 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
82.
Throwing is Wentz. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He's back to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hard, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again to McCoy. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
82.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he fins it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. Wentz. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than... And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked out by Champ Bailey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hang in there now. Great. Ram. Let's go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Wentz. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And give him a gain of 37. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
81.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Trey 15. 81.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ricky Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On the ball.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st down, Wentz steps away to his left. Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ram, ram. Shorty, shorty, shorty.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Joey Bosa able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
This 5-7, 82, 82.
On play action, Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Black, black. 74, 74.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Saquon Barkley, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
82, 82. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Trey 15, Trey 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Caught here by Bell. And now running right through it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types is they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Come on now, let's go.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Run. Black, come on. Liz. Trey 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
82. Shorty. Hey, empty.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
But no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. Now Wentz. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bullock will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Brooks, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very...
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Urlacher leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
82. Sunday. Great. Fort Tokyo.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Run. Shorty.
Now Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Telvin Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, stack.
Wentz now on first down, escaping the pressure right. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Wentz now on first down. And Hill with it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Black.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Black.
And now he'll tuck it and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. Oh, fighting off the defender. Flush. And he is in, as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Gray 15, Gray 15. Black. Just waiting. Black. Come on. Listen.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. 2 for 2 tonight. This will be for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down.